We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Spurs come into town. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. We take a look at the 76ers. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games. Even more critical to notch a win in this one.
You know, the trip they've got in front of them, as long and as difficult as it may be, could be a launching point if they come through it successfully. I mean, those long trips can oftentimes, when you're on the road, be momentum builders for you.
Yeah, and it's also a time when they can come together and start to build some chemistry. Because if you get on a losing streak, clearly it can go the other way and be demoralizing. So let's just see how this thing pans out.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Indiana.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with a road win.
And kicks to Green. That one's rebounded by Embiid. The 76ers trail. And Doris Burke caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he told me their game plan offensively today is a relatively simple one. He wants to see as many plays run through the low post as possible. He said physically, we're the stronger team, and we need to use that to our benefit. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Now, here's Mills. He's guarded by Bass. Down low. Dudley dishes to Green. They get it back. Kicks it to Dudley. Great look, but off the mark.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Bass passes to Q. Shoots from 12. It's deflected. Here's Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Bass with it. Now Green defending. Here's Covington. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Q, rebounded by the Spurs. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
Leonard with the steal. He's all alone. Here's Dudley. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Spurs have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. The first free throw is good.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
A big disparity in the free throws, and that's been a big boost to their offense.
Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Kyle Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And he makes the first but misses the second. The 76ers trail by 7. Smith kicks to Embiid. To the wing on the left. Here's Noel. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Green gets it to go.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Green against Smith. There's a screen by Noel. Q passes to Noel. To halt the run, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the And the 76ers with a completely new group now. The 76ers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. On the court for San Antonio. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Then there's Jared Dudley, and it's Mills. To the right side. Lee kicks to Covington. Back to Lee. 6 on the shot clock. That's good.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Here's Mills. 20 points for him last game against Cleveland.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 13.
And that put back about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Dudley. The 3. No good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
And Mills kicks to Dudley. They grabbed their own miss. The 76ers trail by 11. Here's Q. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Blocking foul called on Robert Covington. That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Dudley's shot is good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop. And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Mills dishes to Dudley. That one rolling around and rims out. The 76ers have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Covington kicks to Lee. It's deflected. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. And left. Gets it to go. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
They set the screen. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The 76ers trail by 11. Dishes it to Covington. Pick by Okafor. To the inside. And the lead is down inside single digits. Okafor's got his first bucket of the night.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Here's Covington. He's guarded by Dudley. Here's Q. Both teams changing it up here. And the first half comes to a...
Tony, you guys have seemed to be in a good groove lately.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the... He's checked in for Philadelphia. San Antonio leading by 10. Q in at point guard. Okafor out there with David Lee. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Bass in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
That's good. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. They get a hand on it. Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. He dishes it to Diaw. 6 to shoot. Diaw, the screen. Leonard attacking. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Lee outside. He feeds it to Bass. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Bass. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Jared Dudley's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Green with a screen for Dudley. Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. Here's Diaw. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And the Spurs lead by 18.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
No good from Q.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Here's Marjanovic, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Q passes to Smith. Here's Q. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And now a look at Patty Mills here. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. Averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
Well, you want a guy to come in who knows how to run the offense intelligently, and that's exactly what he does. Kind of like how you ran things, Greg.
The Spurs making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. To the middle. Here's Green. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Green's got 8 here in the quarter.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Smith kicks to Noel. They set the pick. Grant the pass to Q. Back to Grant. Stolen by Dudley. 1:24 left here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Mills. Wide open. And he gets it to go. Mills has got 9. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Green. So both teams making some changes here. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Spurs.
Clark, the biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
You know, I thought both teams worked hard at both ends, but sky-high field goal percentage and pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Excellent effort tonight.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And because they play in different conferences, guys, this is the last time these two teams will face each other. It's got to be a good feeling getting the clean sweep, finishing the season 2-0 against the 76ers.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Leonard. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
On the floor for San Antonio, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Anderson. Then it's Duncan. Then there's West. Shot clock at 5. Parker outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. 17 seconds left in the game. Smith outside. Embiid the screen. Back to Thompson. Puts up a 3. The shot will not go.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.